On our 7th anniversary, as the candlelight flickered across the table in our cozy Brooklyn apartment, Alex looked me straight in the eyes and said, "I'm tired of this, of us. I'm tired of you, Jamie." Those words hit like a freight train, shattering the illusion of our perfect life together. And in that moment, I felt the ground crumble beneath me. Without a word, I stood up, grabbed my coat, and walked out into the rainy New York night, vowing never to look back. The rain pounded the sidewalks as I trudged through the streets, my mind reeling from Alex's confession. We'd built something solid over 7 years, starting as college sweethearts at NYU, navigating the chaos of coming out to our families, and carving out a life in the city that never sleeps. But now it all felt like a facade. Alex, with his sharp wit and ambitious drive as a corporate lawyer, had always been the one pushing us forward. I, on the other hand, was the dreamer, working as a freelance graphic designer, content with our quiet evenings and weekend escapes to the Hudson Valley. How had we drifted so far that he could say he was tired of me? I ended up at my best friend Sarah's place in Queens, crashing on her couch with a bottle of cheap wine she'd pulled from the fridge. "What happened?" she asked, her eyes wide with concern. I spilled it all: the anniversary dinner I'd planned meticulously, the homemade lasagna, the vintage wine from our first trip to Napa. And then his words, cold and final. Sarah hugged me tight. "You've given him everything, Jamie. Maybe it's time to think about what you deserve." Her words lingered as I lay awake, staring at the ceiling. Was this the end? The thought terrified me, but a small part of me felt liberated, like I'd been holding my breath for years. The next morning, my phone buzzed incessantly. Texts from Alex. "Where are you? Please come home." "I'm sorry." I ignored them, focusing instead on packing a bag from our apartment when he was at work. Slipping in quietly, I gathered my clothes, my sketchbooks, the photo album from our road trip across the country. Each item stirred memories. Laughing in the Grand Canyon, arguing over directions in the Midwest, making up under starry skies. But the pain was too fresh. I left a note. "You said you're tired. So am I. Goodbye." Word spread quickly in our tight-knit circle. Friends called, some siding with me, others urging reconciliation. Relationships have rough patches, my sister Emily said over the phone from Chicago. But 7 years? That's worth fighting for. She didn't know the half of it. Alex's family had never fully accepted us. His conservative parents from Texas viewed our relationship as a phase, pressuring him to settle down properly. I'd overheard their tense calls, the subtle digs at holidays. Maybe that's what wore him down: the societal weight, the judgment from colleagues who raised eyebrows at our joint invites to firm events. I crashed at Sarah's for a week, throwing myself into work. A new client project for a nonprofit advocating LGBTQ+ rights kept me busy, designing logos that screamed empowerment. It felt ironic. Here I was, promoting love and acceptance while my own world crumbled. One night, scrolling through social media, I saw Alex's post. A throwback photo of us at Pride, captioned "Missing this." Likes poured in, comments speculating. "Trouble in paradise?" someone wrote. I blocked him, heart aching. But the city has a way of forcing encounters. At a coffee shop in Manhattan, I ran into mutual friend Marcus. "Alex is a mess," he said, stirring his latte. "He's been calling everyone, saying he didn't mean it." I shrugged, feigning indifference. "He meant it enough to say it," Marcus pressed. "You know his job's been hell, layoffs, pressure, and his dad's health scare? It's not an excuse, but context." I nodded, but inside, anger bubbled. Why was it always my role to understand, to forgive? As days turned to weeks, I started rebuilding. I joined a support group for queer men dealing with breakups, sharing stories in a dimly lit community center. Hearing others' tales of infidelity, family rejection, societal stigma, made me realize our issues weren't unique. One guy, Tom, spoke of leaving his partner after years of emotional neglect. "Sometimes walking away is the bravest choice," he said. His words resonated, but doubt crept in. Was I brave or just running? Then came the call from Alex's mom. "Jamie, please talk to him. she pleaded, her voice uncharacteristically soft. He's lost without you. I was stunned. She'd never been warm, always polite but distant. Mrs. Harper, he said, he's tired of me. Silence, then. We're all tired sometimes. But family fights through. Family? The word stung. Had she finally seen us that way? I hung up, conflicted. That night, alone in Sarah's guest room, I cried for the first time. 7 years of love, laughter, and shared dreams. Could it really end like this? The hook of his words pulled at me, but so did the promise of self-respect. What choice would I make? Months passed, and I found a sublet in Williamsburg, a tiny studio with exposed brick walls that echoed my solitude. Work picked up. My designs for the nonprofit went viral, leading to more gigs. Friends rallied, setting me up on casual dates, nothing serious, just coffee with guys who shared my love for art or hiking. One, named Liam, was charming, a teacher with an infectious laugh. We talked for hours about books and travel, but when he leaned in for a kiss, I pulled back. I'm not ready, I admitted. He understood, but it highlighted how entangled I still was with Alex. Alex's pleas escalated. Voicemails piled up. Jamie, I was wrong. The stress got to me, work, family, everything. Please, let's talk. I deleted them, but each one chipped at my resolve. Our shared bank account showed withdrawals for therapy sessions. He was seeing a counselor, something I'd suggested years ago, but he'd dismissed. Men don't need that, he'd said then, echoing his father's outdated views. Now change? Felt too late. Society's undercurrents added fuel. At a gallery opening, I overheard whispers. Did you hear about Alex and Jamie? Such a shame. Gay couples don't last anyway. The casual homophobia stung, reminding me why we'd fought so hard to be visible, holding hands in public despite stares. But internal conflicts raged too. Alex had always been the breadwinner, his salary dwarfing mine. Had that bred resentment? In our arguments, he'd slip in comments like, I handle the real world while you play with colors. Hurtful, but I'd brush them off for harmony. One evening, Emily visited from Chicago. Over pizza, she probed, Do you miss him? I nodded, tears welling. Every day. But he broke us. She shared her own story, her divorce from a man who'd belittled her career. Forgiveness isn't weakness if it's earned. But don't go back out of fear. Her words echoed in the support group, where debates heated up. Society expects us to fail, one member said. Proving them wrong means sticking it out. Another countered, No, it means valuing yourself first. The controversy mirrored my turmoil. Stay for love or leave for dignity. Then, a bombshell. Alex's firm faced a discrimination lawsuit. A colleague outed as gay claimed harassment, and Alex was a witness. He texted me, This is opening my eyes. I see how I've internalized crap from my upbringing. I need you. Part of me softened. Perhaps his exhaustion stemmed from unaddressed shame. But anger flared. Why did it take a crisis for him to wake up? I threw myself into activism, volunteering at Pride events. There, I met diverse stories. Couples overcoming addiction, families reconciling after rejection. It inspired me but also highlighted our privileges, white, educated, urban. Not everyone had the luxury of choice. One night, protesting anti-LGBTQ plus legislation, I felt empowered. This is who I am without him, I thought. Yet fate intervened. At a mutual friend's wedding in the Catskills, we collided. Alex looked gaunt, eyes pleading. Can we talk? He asked. I agreed, stepping outside under the stars. I was an idiot, he began. The anniversary, I snapped under pressure. Dad's cancer diagnosis, work deadlines. But that's no excuse. I love you, Jamie. I've been in therapy, talking to my parents about us. He paused. They want to apologize too. I listened, heart pounding. His vulnerability was new. He'd always armored up. You hurt me deeply, I said. Tired of me? After everything. Tears streamed down his face. Not of you, of the fight to be us in this world. But I want to fight with you, not against. We talked till dawn. unpacking years of unspoken grievances, society's expectations, family pressures, career imbalances, all laid bare. As the sun rose, he begged, "Come home." I hesitated, choices weighing heavy. Walk away, free but alone, or return, risking more pain. The wedding bells rang, a reminder of vows. What would I choose? Back in the city, I didn't rush. I told Alex I needed space to think. Staying in my sublet while we dated anew, coffee meets, walks in Central Park, honest conversations. It felt like rediscovering each other, minus the rose-tinted glasses. He shared therapy insights. I realized I've been projecting my insecurities. Growing up in Texas, being gay wasn't an option. I overcompensated at work, hiding parts of us. I opened up too. I felt like the lesser partner, always accommodating. It built resentment. Our friends watched warily. Some cheered the reunion. Others warned. Sarah pulled me aside. "Don't settle, Jamie. Make sure he's changed." At the support group, opinions clashed. "Second chances build stronger bonds," one said. "But patterns repeat," another argued. The debates fueled my doubts. Were we defying societal odds or succumbing to them? Family dynamics shifted. Alex arranged a video call with his parents. His mom teared up. "We were wrong, Jamie." Seeing Alex suffer opened our eyes. "Your family." His dad, gruff but sincere. "I raised him tough, but love is love." It was progress, but I questioned motives. Was it genuine or desperation? My own family rallied. Emily flew in again, meeting Alex for dinner. "He seems different," she admitted. "But watch for actions, not words." Work added layers. My career soared with a solo exhibition at a Chelsea gallery, showcasing pieces inspired by our breakup. Abstract emotions in vibrant colors. Alex attended the opening, beaming with pride. "This is you thriving," he said. But a critic's review sparked controversy. Jamie's work critiques queer domesticity. Does love endure or erode under societal strain? Online forums buzzed, some praising the rawness, others decrying it as pessimistic. It mirrored our story, inviting public scrutiny. Then, a major conflict. Alex's firm offered him a promotion to head the San Francisco office. "It's a dream," he said excitedly. "But only if you come." My heart sank. Uproot my life again? My Brooklyn roots? My growing network? "This feels like before," I argued. "Your career first." He countered, "It's our future. Better pay." Acceptance in Cali. The fight escalated, echoing old patterns. "You're tired again?" I snapped. He sighed. "No, committed. But choices aren't easy." We sought couples therapy, a neutral ground. The counselor probed, "What does partnership mean to you?" Alex admitted control issues. I confessed fear of abandonment. Sessions unearthed buried traumas. My high school bullying for being gay, his repressed upbringing. Progress was slow, but tangible. We volunteered together at a youth shelter, helping queer teens navigate rejection. Seeing their struggles humbled us. Our problems paled against homelessness or violence. Yet, external pressures mounted. Anti-LGBTQ plus bills in states like Texas hit close. Alex's family lobbied against them. A turnaround. At a rally, we spoke out, our story shared anonymously in a panel. 7 years tested us, Alex said. But love wins with effort. Applause followed, but backlash too. Online trolls accused us of performative activism. Privileged gays playing victims, one commented. It sparked debates. Were we allies or opportunists? As the promotion deadline loomed, I faced a crossroads. Stay in New York alone, or move for us? Alex begged. Don't leave me again. His vulnerability cracked my defenses. In a quiet moment, watching the sunset over the East River, he proposed, not marriage but recommitment. Let's build anew wherever. Tears mixed with resolve. I chose to go, but on terms, shared decisions, equality. The move to San Francisco brought fresh air, literally. Golden Gate views, progressive vibes. But adjustments tested us. New friends, culture shock. Old habits surfaced. Arguments over finances, social circles. Therapy continued virtually. One night, after a heated spat about household chores, Alex apologized first. I'm learning. Growth, incremental but real. Reflecting, our journey highlighted societal rifts, acceptance varying by coast, class, race. We'd navigated privilege's blind spots, emerging wiser. But questions lingered. Had I compromised too much? The controversy of reconciliation versus independence fueled inner debate. What defined true partnership? San Francisco's fog enveloped our new life, a metaphor for the uncertainties ahead. Our apartment in the Castro buzzed with energy, rainbow flags waving, community events drawing us in. Alex thrived at work, leading diversity initiatives he'd once shied from. I freelanced remotely, collaborating with Bay Area artists on queer-themed projects. Felt like a restart, but scars remained. Conflicts arose subtly at first. Alex's long hours left me isolated. I missed New York's grit. You're distant, I said one evening over takeout. He rubbed his temples. The job's demanding, but for us, echoes of exhaustion resurfaced, triggering fears. In therapy, we dissected patterns from past, your dad's workaholism. The counselor noted to Alex. He nodded, committing to boundaries. Actions followed. Date nights enforced, weekends unplugged. Socially, we navigated new dynamics. At a housewarming party, friends grilled us. How'd you bounce back? Sharing snippets sparked discussions. Some admired resilience, others questioned. Leaving toxic cycles is self-care, a guest said. But what if it's not toxic, just human? The room divided, mirroring broader debates in queer communities. Forgive or forge ahead alone. Family visits amplified tensions. Alex's parents came for Thanksgiving, their first in our home. Awkward at first, but heartfelt talks bridged gaps. We regret not supporting sooner, his mom said. I forgave, but warily, change takes time. My sister Emily visited too, observing, you're happier, but vigilant. Her insight rang true. Trust rebuilt brick by brick. A major plot twist. I discovered Alex had confided in a colleague during our separation, bordering on emotional affair. No physical betrayal, but intimate chats. It was comfort when I thought I'd lost you, he explained, devastated. Fury hit. Tired of me, so you sought elsewhere? He begged forgiveness. I stopped before it escalated. Therapy helped me see it was escapism. The revelation caused a rift. I stayed with a friend for days, weighing options. Support group friends via Zoom advised variably. Once trust breaks, it's hard, one said. But intent matters, he chose you. Online forums exploded with similar stories, debates raging. Is emotional infidelity forgivable in long-term relationships? Societal views clashed. Monogamy ideals versus human flaws, especially in marginalized communities facing isolation. We confronted it head-on. Alex shared chat logs, transparent. No secrets anymore, he vowed. Couples retreats in Big Sur helped. Exercises in vulnerability, rebuilding intimacy through communication, not physicality. Slowly, healing progressed. I chose forgiveness, not blindly, but informed. We grow or we go. He agreed, actions proving commitment, reduced work travel, joint hobbies like hiking Marin trails. Career-wise, balance improved. I landed a teaching gig at an art school, mentoring young queer artists. Their stories inspired. Overcoming bullying, family estrangement. One student, facing parental rejection, asked, how do you know when to fight for love? I shared ours, edited. When both commit to change. It sparked class debates, highlighting generational shifts, Gen Z's fluid views on relationships versus our millennial steadfastness. Yet, external controversies loomed. A national debate on same-sex adoption hit. We considered it, but Alex hesitated. With my family's history, he worried. Arguments ensued. We're stable now, he countered. But society's still hostile, schools, laws. It exposed fears, parenting in a divided America. Friends weighed in. Kids need loving homes, regardless. Others, don't risk it if not unified. The choice tested us anew. As Anniversary 8 approached, we planned a quiet vow renewal in a park. Symbolic. Friends gathered, toasts celebrating perseverance. But inside, I pondered. Had his begging been manipulation or genuine? Society praised endurance, but at what cost? The night ended peacefully, yet questions simmered. Months later, a health scare. My routine checkup revealed a benign but scary lump. Alex was rock solid. Appointments, support. "We're in this," he said. It solidified bonds but highlighted fragility. Life's unpredictability urged appreciation. Reflecting on our path, from breakup to begging, reconciliation to renewal, societal mirrors reflected back. We challenged norms, sparked personal growth. But the core dilemma persisted. In love's trials, when is staying strength or surrender? Years blended in San Francisco's vibrant haze, our relationship evolving amid the city's progressive pulse. We adopted a dog, Milo, whose playful energy filled quiet moments, symbolizing our commitment to nurturing life together. Alex's promotion stabilized. He advocated for LGBTQ+ policies at work, earning accolades. I published a graphic novel inspired by our story, fictionalized, but raw, garnering reviews that praised its emotional depth. A testament to queer resilience. One critic wrote, "Sales brought financial equity, easing old imbalances." But conflicts didn't vanish. They morphed. A trip to Texas for his dad's birthday reignited family tensions. Subtle comments from relatives. "When will you settle with a family?" implied heteronormative ideals. Alex defended us fiercely. "We are a family." Back home, he vented. "It's exhausting fighting ignorance." I empathized but pushed. "We've come far." Lead by example. Therapy reinforced tools, empathy, boundaries. Social circles expanded, including diverse couples facing unique struggles. Interracial pairs battling racism, trans partners navigating healthcare biases. Their stories humbled us, highlighting intersections we'd overlooked. At a panel discussion on queer mental health, we shared, "Breakups force introspection." Audience questions sparked controversy. Does begging indicate weakness or devotion? Debates ensued online, polarizing views. Some saw it as romantic, others manipulative. Personally, doubts resurfaced during a solo trip to New York for a book signing. Old haunts stirred nostalgia. I met Liam again, now a friend. "You chose well," he said, but his easy companionship tempted. What if I'd stayed single? Back with Alex, I confessed the fleeting thoughts. "Honesty keeps us strong," he responded. "No jealousy, just understanding." It deepened trust. A pivotal moment. We decided on surrogacy, pursuing parenthood. The process, legal hurdles, emotional roller coasters, tested resilience. Society's gaze intensified. Conservative media critiqued non-traditional families. Protests outside clinics reminded us of ongoing battles. Friends divided. Brave, some said. Selfish in this climate? Others questioned. We pressed on, supported by community. The Saget's pregnancy brought joy and anxiety. Alex's begging from years ago echoed in vulnerable nights. "I couldn't lose you then. Can't imagine without you now." Fatherhood loomed, amplifying choices. During labor, holding his hand, I reflected on our arc, from anniversary fracture to this miracle. Our son, Ethan, arrived, a bundle of potential. Parenthood shifted dynamics. Sleepless nights, shared duties. Alex took paternity leave, proving change. But challenges arose. Playground stares, school forms listing parents vaguely. We advocated, joining parent groups pushing inclusivity. As Ethan grew, our story became bedtime tales, sanitized. Daddy and Papa fought but chose love. He asked innocent questions. Why do some people not like two daddies? Explaining gently sparked our activism anew. Lobbying for protections, volunteering at shelters. Looking back, 7 years echo reverberated. Alex's exhaustion, my departure, his pleas, catalysts for growth. Societal conflicts, homophobia, expectations, fueled drama, but choices defined us. We'd navigated controversies. Forgiveness versus independence. Endurance amid adversity. In quiet moments, watching Ethan play, fulfillment washed over. But the journey posed a lingering query, inviting reflection on love's complexities. Was staying after his begging a sign of true commitment, or should one always prioritize self-preservation in the face of relational fatigue?